Hey everybody, Jared Hughes here with Fort Myers & Sons Greenhouse. You're tuned in to Points on Plants. Today I'm going to help you demystify some of the questions about perennial gardening. Now, pretty much on a daily basis during the spring and summer I get asked about plants that will bloom continually through the summer in the perennial garden. And the truth is, many perennials go through phases, but there are a few things you can do to help trick your perennials into more continual blooming. Today I'm going to show you how to trim some of your perennials so that they bloom continually. Here I'm showing you some spent blooms on dianthus. This is a very common perennial plant. A lot of people don't know that you can trim these plants back and get a rebloom that's almost as good as the first. With many of your perennials, you can do this 2, 3, and even 4 times a season with things like black-eyed Susan, salvia, some of the old-time favorites. There's so many you can do this with. So today I'm just going to show you how you can trim these plants back. A lot of people are afraid to trim off nice blooms, but the truth is, if the plants are pretty well spent, if the blooms are pretty well spent, the best thing to do is trim the plant back by at least 1/3, removing a lot of those old blooms and even some of the existing ones. Because remember, in about 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to have a new set of flowers and the plant is going to be uniform, colorful, exactly what you want. As you can see, I'm not too worried here. I'm just going through and giving the plants a nice haircut. They'll be happier when I'm done. And just like that, you have a nice clean pack of dianthus. There's already buds developing here. These will be showing color in 2 to 3 weeks. And like I said, you can do that multiple times in the season. Here we have an evening primrose, another plant you can trim back. With this plant, it's kind of rangy. There's only a few blooms left on it. I'm going to take this back pretty hard. Remember, perennials are root hardy, so if you trim back some of their foliage, you're really not hurting them too bad. You just have to have faith that the plant will be able to come back on its own, and they will, because they're tough. So as you can see, I just trimmed off the bloom layer. There's still plenty of foliage here for the plant, and this will be showing color hopefully within 2 weeks or so. Now some plants will be showing a lot of color, but you'll be afraid, you might not necessarily want to trim back the whole plant because there's so much nice color on it. So what I do, like on a bloom like this, this is almost done blooming, I just go down to the nearest leaf and trim it off there. You can do this throughout the plant and really give it a nice clean look, open up some room for the emerging blooms. Before you know it, the plant is looking a lot cleaner, a little more colorful, and in a week or so it'll be even more colorful. So there's just a few tips. Some of the other plants you can trim back hard that really appreciate it are coreopsis, like I said, salvia. And just don't be afraid, even taking them back hard. If you say you forget and you wait too long to trim them back, just trim them back really hard. Be surprised how tenacious they are. They'll give you a new set of blooms, and your perennial garden will be nicer in the end. Hope that helps. Tune in to our next session of Points on Plants.